Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to stream. Welcome on in. Happy Saturday. Happy holidays.
Yes, happy mom in the house. It's great to be here.
You like the floral arrangement? With that, we can dive into some stuff that was the beginning.
We were just going to show this. So many of you that were here for the Halloween stream that we did with food crafts and fun, we started out with showing what I did with this for Halloween. Because I wanted to last until Christmas, and I found out with the Halloween one, once water gets in this side accidentally, it starts to bleed and everything. So you can see possibly there's two vases. There's one, a smaller vase, a 2-inch vase inside a 6-inch vase. And in between, on the very bottom, just M&Ms, then chocolate covered raisins, peep Christmas trees. To fill in some spaces, there's some more M&Ms in there, the trees. Then there's Hershey Kisses, which you really can't see much. Then there's the white snowmen, and then some M&Ms up on top. And I just had some candy canes I threw in the flowers or in the bottom, and one candy cane just went down the sink.
Oh, but yeah, you can eat that as the holiday goes on. It's sort of hard to get in there, but if you get like two vases, you could do centerpieces like this all year long.
It's, of course, the Hershey Kisses will be edible. If I don't get water in between the two, really basically all of it can be edible at that point.
And you could use real flowers.
Yes, real flowers will go in time, but I didn't want to jeopardize having any leakage.
But yeah, very cute. I like it.
And peeps are edible only if they've sat out for 2.5 weeks.
They become edible after
Yes.
2.5 weeks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was our decoration, but like I said, this is a holiday treat baking stream. So, with that, we need to have a bevy.
Yes.
We need to have something to keep us occupied.
So we are making some Grinch juice.
Grinch juice.
Yes. So this can be for your kids. It could be made for adults, however you want to. So Logan put about 1 inch of orange juice in it. Okay. And then we're doing one part of OJ to 2 parts of soda. So I've got here some squirt. So we're making one with a...
Is squirt always grapefruit soda?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was lemon lime.
No, lemon limes are clear, like 7-Up or Sprite.
Oh.
This one I don't want to call it, I guess, cloudy. So they'll look a little bit different. And I'm doing this one just with plain seltzer.
Have you never heard of squirt? This is like a popular drink in the States.
Squirt 50-50. Fresca is still out there.
Alternatively, you could call at least my beverage Grinch's Squirt.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
You gotta give it a stir then.
Yes.
So 3 drops of food coloring. This is a great question or a great point. How could you make this alcoholic?
Now, well, thank you for that lead in. Who said that? Because you're right in line.
Kim, of course, said squirt with tequila is yummy. So
Yes.
it just makes you think.
So you could do any clear alcohol in there. I was thinking vodka. So if you want yours an adult beverage, you can get your vodka out of the cupboard and you could put vodka in it. You could put
That's okay.
You could put gin in it. You could tequila in it. So
It's like a tequila sunrise with squirt. Ooh. But this is delicious.
yep. I went to his freezer. Chat, what's wrong with this?
Well, I just kept it where you'd expect it to be. I had water in there, and then I didn't use it for like 6 months, and then there's little time. There's barely any ice cubes in it.
Okay.
Like that.
And his next tray has
Those were full.
Those were full.
They were. They just go away after a while. Where does the water go to? They're little baby ice cubes, but they were full 6 months ago. Well, this is lovely.
Okay, so that was our first quick, easy, fun, adult, child. there we go.
Thank you, Neville. Thank you, Mom. All right, shall we move on to the next adventure?
Yes, we will. So we have Logan's Olio grandparents, and then we have Logan's grandparents, my parents, and we called them Farm Grandpa and Grandma. They didn't live on a farm, but they lived right next to a farm. And when
you did farm stuff when you were kids, and then I did some farm stuff when I visited.
When you visit, yes. So with a tradition with Farm Grandpa and Grandma was we do it at Thanksgiving when we're together, would be bake Christmas cookies and decorate them.
How do we begin?
All right, so I pre-made the dough because with most dough that you roll out, you need to have chilled.
Yes.
So I want you to get this rolled out into a nice bowl because right now there's some airs in it, into a ball. Did I say bowl? I'm sorry, ball. So roll that nicely, give it back. When's the last time you washed your hands?
Right before stream.
Okay. I did you see this very ancient antique sifter, which it still works. So we use it. It's a nice memory piece of Farm Grandma. Okay, I think that's a good ball.
Wait, let me okay, now it's a good ball.
Okay, so put it on here.
Can I slam it?
Yep.
Ravioli.
Okay.
Good.
So we're going to put a little dusting flour on top of that. You might have saw me rub some flour on here. And what you're going to do lightly, Logan, is just to get that flat. And then, okay, it's stuck there.
Put enough on it?
So I did not have enough flour on. All right, so you do not very hard on it, very lightly. And then stop. And then to make sure that we always flip every quarter of an inch.
Do I want to keep it like a circle?
Yep, try to keep it as much a circle or square as you can. It can be oblong.
Is this the last one?
Is this last one?
Like the last roll?
No. Oh. You might want to get it just a little bit thinner because they will rise 1/3.
Little thinner. All right. It's ready.
All right. So we have, you can just set that aside because we'll use that again. We have big ginger persons.
Oh, that's huge.
We have bells. We have hearts. We have little ginger persons. We have dog bones. We have wreaths. And we can, if we need to fill in some spots, just a diamond. So these cookie cutters, you will see one side is a sharp edge and one side has an extra little metal lip on it covering up that sharp edge.
Sharper side.
Yeah, don't cut yourself.
Dog bone.
So I would say start maybe with the bare ones that you want to use, and then you fill in, and you try to do them as using as much dough as what you possibly can. So Tony, you start in the middle. I always start on one of the edges and then work straight over.
I start on the outside because if you get the right item, you can line it up with the outside like perfectly, like that heart.
Either way.
That didn't look really good.
Nope. So all you need to do is just make sure you're down to the counter. So you don't need to really push hard or wiggle a lot. You wiggle a little.
Okay.
I have already preheated our oven to 350.
Hell yeah.
Once these go in, they'll go in 8 to 12 minutes. You are doing, Logan, very well with your strategic placement and using
a good use of space.
Good use of the dough. Yep. Okay, so now you need to go under and make sure that you go slowly, because some of them you don't have good flour underneath it, which happens.
Why are they like sort of like crumpling and stuff? Did we not have enough flour on them?
Yep, some of them, some side, like this one, we're going to just pick up and redo. You've got this side of the dough was a little bit thinner than that side of the dough. So
we need to liberally apply flour, and we could have done even more.
Yep. Don't put them too close on the pan because they will spread a little bit.
Okay.
All right, put that in the oven and set the timer for 8 minutes because you did roll a thin dough, and I told you to roll more. So it was my instructions, and he followed them for once.
How long?
8 minutes.
I hope we
Well,
do
look
great.
at our cookies are already done.
Wow, would you look at how professional this is? Oh my gosh. Wow, we put it in and it comes out immediately. These look incredible too. Wow. Wowee.
So he has all kinds of sprinkles. He has yellow, red, blue, purple. I think there's a small amount of black rabbit turds that we call.
The chocolate long sprinkles.
There's not many of them left.
Do you have any wee-wees? I need to see the colors of the flags. Wee-wees. I need to see wee-wee. Blue, white, red. I need to do the Italian flag.
Who's telling you the Italian flag is blue, white, red?
That's what Meg tried to tell me.
Yeah.
See, the nice thing about doing it in like a sided cookie pan is that you can either reuse the sprinkles later,
Which Farm Grandpa always made us do.
or you could clean up more easily.
Description only.
Now, I should have showed you on this one because there was quite a bit on it, but I'm sure there'll be another one. With rolling in the flour, a lot of times you're going to have flour left on your cookies. But if you have a little bit of flour, you can just brush it off with your finger. You could take a pastry brush and brush it off. A little flour is not going to hurt you anyway. Because these cookies, a lot of times Christmas cookies and cutout cookies, the cookie itself doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to it. It's the frosting and the sugars that do.
Did you bring Red Hots? Y'all know what Red Hots are? They're here!
Right in front of his face.
Hi, Allie. Welcome.
Okay,
Allie.
everyone, most of you have all heard my story of 13-year-old Logan. That was just a very good example of 13-year-old Logan.
I didn't think it would be right in front of me. I'm not like looking out for it. I gotta hurry up. It's gonna dry.
So the reason that you want to let your cookies cool before frosting, one, this cookie is very soft right now because it's still warm, and the frosting
It'll melt.
will melt. You see it gets a little glistening. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Oh my god, it's already melting. You just put it on there.
Yep. And when you do bake these cookies or a sugar cookie, you want to take them off from the pan pretty much as soon as they come out, or quickly after they're out of the oven, because otherwise they'll start to not burn, but they crust to the pan a little bit harder.
All right. I think we are approaching the end of the decorating section.
Yes. So did you show them each as you were doing, or do you need to show?
I could try to tip it a little bit. You do food coloring for colors? Do you mix the frosting for each individual cookie?
There's a lot of people that do that they'll decorate more with colored icing and not the sugars,
Oh,
or
weird.
both things. So